Ben Willis, a fine arts college student and aspiring artist, is having a hard time breaking up with his girlfriend Susie after a 2.5 year relationship. Unable to find common ground, Susie tells her boyfriend everything she thinks about him and launches a cup in Ben's face. He bravely endures the yelling and offers to stay, which results in him getting hit over the head with a lamp. Just a couple days after that, Ben notices Susie in the company of another guy. As it turns out, she was not bored or worried about the relationship, but started dating an inconsiderate soccer player, unable to maintain a dialogue for more than 2 minutes. Best friend Sean does not know how to communicate with girls, and they often pour water on him. Despite this, his friend supports Ben in a difficult moment and asks him not to give up, because there are plenty of beauties around, ready for relationships and entertainment for one night. In his art class, Ben notices one of the female students sitting across from him. He, like the other students, has been given an assignment to draw an old man making unpleasant noises. The guy is not attracted to the naked elderly teacher, so he decides to draw the girl, for which he receives a reprimand from his teacher. Painfully experiencing the breakup, Ben can't sleep and falls into insomnia, feeling worse and worse every day. He calls Susie and proposes to renew the relationship, but it's too late. The girl has already made love to someone else and doesn't want to step on the same rake, returning to the failed artist. In the evening, Ben looks at old photos and remembers how good they were together. At some point, he would like to burn all the photos, but the past won't let the guy go. Insomnia continues to torment him more and more every day. Appeared daily 8 hours of free time the guy spends on reading books, but it does not bring him pleasure. Buying groceries at the supermarket, Ben realizes that he does not have enough money even for small things and decides to get a job. On the shift, the smug Jenkins agrees to take the guy as a janitor and welcomes him to the friendly team. Noticing the photo on the wall and learning the boss's last name, Ben realizes that he will have to work under the guidance of the soccer player's brother, who is dating Susie, but he has no other choice. Having a talent as an artist for finding the beautiful in everything, Ben takes his time working and looks at the piece scattered on the floor with interest. Jenkins reminds the janitor of his direct duties with a slap on the wrist, forcing him back to the harsh realities of life. Soon Ben notices that each supermarket worker has a different personality. He often ogles beautiful girls and admires their forms from an aesthetic point of view. Sharon knows that time stretches too slowly and is afraid to look at the clock, having taped the dial on it. Barry thinks he's one hell of a cool and popular guy because of a failed bike stunt that garnered millions of views on social media. His best friend and coworker Matt is a strange type, obsessed with bicycles and his little dignity. Serving an old lady, Matt plays with sausage, but the boss does not appreciate his creativity. Constantly teasing everyone around them, Matt and Barry toss the girls a highly erotic shampoo bottle. Once at the checkout counter, most of them decide to make an unplanned purchase to make the evening more passionate and not so lonely. On one such day, Ben gets so bored that he discovers he has the unique ability to stop time. Deciding to put this talent to good use, the guy considers beautiful female shoppers. Freezing time, the budding artist examines the girls to draw them, sketching the beautiful forms of all the female customers to avoid embarrassment. Putting him in front of a flying milk bottle, the incident results in the pranksters being severely reprimanded. A couple of days later, Sheehan visits a comrade to help deal with his worries over a recent breakup. Stopping time once again, Ben recalls how he and a friend once found an adult magazine in his parents' closet. The boys were so turned on by the pictures that their mother, who returned early, thought there was a problem with their orientation. In the present tense, Sheehan suggests they relax a bit and have some fun with some Natalie. That's what he calls all the girls due to the fact that during his high school days, he knew Natalie, who was willing to show what she had hidden under her skirt for only 50 cents. While continuing to work at the supermarket, Ben keeps looking at Sharon more and more often and gradually develops a liking for the girl. Matt and Barry do not miss the opportunity to play a joke on a colleague and take off his pants. Soon they meet Brian, a new janitor who knows kung fu. After work, Ben treats Sharon to a cucumber sandwich and helps her clean the leftovers off her face. After work, Ben treats Sharon to a cucumber sandwich and helps her clean the leftovers off her face. At this moment, the guy realizes that he has finally fallen in love with the charming cashier and wishes time would stop. A little later, he reports that he invited Sharon to a movie, and she agreed. Ben is very upset by this because he is late, and the girl goes on a date with another. Disappointed, the guy remembers other crushes that ended in failure. The most vivid example was a classmate who broke her arm. When the girl had her cast removed, school children began to call her a monkey because of her hairy arm. Ben became the only one who supported her in a difficult moment and suggested dating. After school, the couple wanted to kiss, but the guy suggested waiting until the weekend. On Sunday, he waited for a classmate all day, but she never came. And a couple of days later, it turned out that the girl went to the United States and will stay there forever. Shane learns about his comrade's new liking and supports him, as going to the movies means nothing, and he knows it from his own experience. The next morning, Matt brags about spending the night with Sharon, and she turns out to be hot. Jenkins arranges with the boss of a nearby supermarket for an evening soccer game and orders his subordinates to become his team. During the evening, the team meets a serious and prepared opponent, resulting in a defeat. At the last minute, Jenkins tries to motivate the team to not leave the field without scoring a goal. Having started a prank, the guys follow the tactic, but the boss misses. Matt then punches the boss in the face and sends him into a deep knockout. Moments before, Ben pauses for a drink of water and notices a man who is unaffected by the time stop. Matt is forced to take Jenkins to the hospital and asks Ben to escort Sharon home. Agreeing, the janitor invites the girl to a cafe to get to know each other better. As it turns out, Matt is a pathetic liar because Sharon really was with him in the movie, but only as friends. She dreams of traveling the world and learns Spanish so as not to feel like a useless person. A little later, Ben walks the girl home and the couple kisses goodbye. The next morning, Jenkins announces a party in honor of his birthday and invites all his subordinates to it. Sharon asks Ben to go along with her as a couple, and the guy agrees. Matt tries to show some sympathy somewhere, but she ignores him, stating that his manhood is too small even for a rat. The symbolic gesture makes it clear that there can be nothing in common between them. But that doesn't upset Matt, because there's a sexy girl at the register who can't do without shampoos with a huge cap. Jenkins gives money to Ben and asks him to invite a stripper to the party. With a responsible approach to the task, Ben and Sean head to a bar where they make a deal with one of the dancers. She doesn't like parties, but she can send a friend in her place, promising a hot show. At one point, Ben begins to daydream, imagining that it's not some stranger dancing for him, but Sharon. Continuing to stop time, Ben only uses the ability to draw portraits of Sharon. After work, the girl reminds him of the party and kisses the guy goodbye. This kiss breaks the curse, thanks to which Ben falls asleep for the first time in 4 weeks. Early in the morning, he gets a call from a famous organizer of art exhibitions and proposes a meeting. Ben thinks it's a chance and doesn't realize it's just another prank by his colleagues. In the evening, Ben and Sharon go to a party where the guy has to meet his ex. Susie came to the party of her boyfriend's older brother, but takes a keen interest in Ben because he has grown up and is in the company of a beautiful girl. Soon comes the moment of the main gift for the birthday boy. The sexy dancer pleases everyone present, including Jenkins, who almost jumped out of his pants from joy. Shane recognizes the dancer as the same Mabley and suggests the girl to continue chatting in private. Meanwhile, Ben decides to go to the bathroom and accidentally meets Susie. The girl offers to resume the relationship and kisses the artist, but he responds with a refusal. Unfortunately, Sharon saw only the moment of the kiss and made the wrong conclusions. Ben stopped time and for 2 days tried to find an excuse, but realized that Shara would not want to listen to him and let her go. A little later, he went to the girl's house to try to explain everything, but the plan failed. Opening the door, Sharon expressed everything that she thinks about the traitor and did not let him on the threshold of his own apartment. The next morning, it turned out that the girl quit her job to never see him again. Ben went to the art gallery to meet Alex, to show him his work. The guy realized that he was deceived, but the organizer of exhibitions was really interested in his works and offered to arrange an evening of his paintings. A few days later, Ben dropped off an invitation to the exhibition to Sharon. During the evening show at the gallery, the guy was offered to come to the United States, but he confessed that he was more interested in Spain or Mexico. Soon the exhibition was visited, and Sharon, who was deeply impressed not only by Ben's success, but also by the fact that all the paintings depict only her. Realizing that their love is mutual, the couple reconciled. Ben decided to tell the girl the last secret, and during the kiss stopped time for everyone but himself and Sharon. You are on the channel on Recap Roman. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like to not miss new videos.